number of trends have emerged during the pandemic: banana bread baking, tie-dye style, and pandemic puppies. There was an explosion of pet adoptions as people found themselves at home with all the time they never thought they'd have for training a dog. Now, with many people a few months into puppy parenthood and possibly heading back to the office, Winston's rounded up the best tech to help pet owners out. And you know your stuff, don't you, Winst? Because you got a pandemic puppy yourself. Introduce us.
Hey, Tracy, this is Lola. She's now 6 months old. We've had her for 4 months now. Where does the time go? And yeah, like you said, it was just a matter of we had all this extra time we didn't know we had, and we wanted to take the time. We knew we always wanted a pet, so this was the time to get Lola.
She's looking so adoringly in your eyes. It's so cute. Is she wearing a sweater?
She is wearing a sweater because she just got spayed. So we have to protect her incision wounds right now, but she's recovering. She's my little patient.
You did it in a nice way, so much nicer than the cone. Okay, let's talk a little bit about some of the tech you brought for us for our puppies.
It's insane, Tracy, how much there are for pet owners. The industry is massive. But let's start with this. This is a really cool Fit Bark. It's a tracker for your pet when it comes to fitness and lifestyle. So how many calories you burned, how far your pet has run, even things like their sleep. You put this on their collar, and throughout the day, it tracks all of that and syncs with an app. It can even sync with your personal fitness as well, so you can kind of see how your fitness stacks up against your pet. It's called the Fit Bark 2. This is the second generation one, and you can get it on Amazon.ca. It's great.
Now, what about your pet's nutrition? I understand there's an app for that.
I'm going to show you guys this. This is called Pet's Diary. It's fantastic because you can set up, if you have multiple pets, different profiles. So I've put in Lola's name, and then you go into feeds, and you can put in all of the details of your pet's food, down to the ingredients, how much you're feeding, how much they should be having.
Now, many people are still working from home with their new pet around, and you've got something here that will help keep the air clean, which is important.
You want to think about your environment, especially if you're studying from home, if you're working from home, doing all those calls. This is the Roenta Pure Air Genius. And what I love about it is because it has that HEPA filter in here, it filters 99.9% of allergens, which is great. It's got a great smart system, so it adapts to your air quality. So things like pet dander get filtered out of the air. There's a great Pure Air by Roenta app, so you can manage that whole experience when it comes to that air quality and track it as you go. I like to put it in the room that I'm spending the most amount of time, so that would be something like my office or even here in the kitchen. And then Tracy, from air to your floors, this is really important too. Think about the amount of pet fur and dander that collects on the floors. Mm-hmm. This is the iRobot i3 Plus. Not only is it great for picking up the fur, but it actually stores it in this clean base. So I'm going to open this up, and you can see all of that gets put into these bags. And once it's full, up to 60 days, you actually just throw the bag out and put another one, so you don't have to breathe in any of that pet dander and fur. So for any other family members that might have a little bit of sensitivity around allergies, that's going to be great. Great app, smart speaker enabled as well.
For me, when I started broadcasting from home, Ozzy liked to come around and knock down my lights and then like unplug the laptop because he's 80 pounds. So I'm wondering, if you're on a conference call at home and your puppy is kicking up a ruckus, do you have anything for that?
Well, you want to keep them busy, and this is what's so great. This is called the Arf Pet, and what's nice is other toy dispensers, treat dispensers out there require you to put what they tell you to put in. It can be full of fillers and additives. What I like about this one, Trace, is it has an adjustable port. It's a hole here, and you can put whatever cookies you want. So Lola loves these Cookie Pals here. So you can put whatever organic human grade treats you want. You break them up, you put them in here, and it trains the pet here using this Arf Pet. They have to hit the button to make the treat come out. So I'm going to push the button. It makes a boing noise. And look, some cookies came out, and then I can give it to Lola to eat.
That's so cute. Now, for those who have or are going back to the office, you've got some great options for pet care.
Feeding your pet's really important. This is an automated pet feeder. It's called the Honey Guardian. It allows you to set what amount of food your pet needs to get and how many times they need to eat. Automate the feeding experience. You can even manually dispense some food here. As you can see, the food spits out, and Lola's all excited to eat lunch. The Honey Guardian automatic pet feeder.
Winston, so good. And you know what? I know you gave great tips because you always do, and great tech. I can't say I heard a word you said, though. I was looking at Lola the whole time. What a sweetheart. How's it been like raising her during a pandemic?
Oh man, I think social distancing was the hardest part because socialization is one of the most important parts of puppy development. You still find ways to meet other puppies in the neighborhood. As you know, they're everywhere now. Our neighbors actually got a puppy as well. So Lola's been able to socialize with him. But, it's really important that, it's not a decision that you're making just for the pandemic. It's for the life of the dog. But, make sure that they have adequate time to meet other pets as well.
Good stuff, Winston. Thank you so much for that. You and Lola have fun.